We go, final whistle, and that was impressive from Wrexham. 9-0 winners against Llandudno, and it's got to be said, we picked a strong side and we put in a great performance. Llandudno, it's a young team that they've got, and fair play to them. They would not give up. They kept going. They battled away, but ultimately, Mariam Mahmood scores a hat-trick. Katie Barker and Rosie Hughes both scored 2 goals each. And then we also have goals by Cara Jones and Faye Knox. And it was a spectacular show that Wrexham put on. Like, this could have been a tricky one, but you picked a strong team and they put in a hell of a strong performance, didn't they, Lucy?
Definitely, that was a complete performance for me. Wrexham, like you said, put out a strong team, really tidy on the ball, moved the ball really quickly. There's so much pace through this Wrexham team as well. And you can say there's tough conditions, there's rain, but it hasn't affected Wrexham at all. I think the ball moving quickly off the pitch actually benefits Wrexham as well. But yeah, I think Llandudno showed some real resilience. Heads didn't go down because that can happen and frustration can set in. But like you said, young team, and I think that I think they'll take a lot from this, lot of learning. I think so will Wrexham. I think more minutes for players. Jenny Strickland's rotated the team. It's just great to see players subbed in and just slotting straight in. It doesn't affect the system or affect the way we play. So great performance from Wrexham.
Yeah, absolutely. And huge credit, I got to say, for Llandudno, because the truth of the matter is that their heads didn't drop and they never looked to park the bus. They never looked to just frustrate us. They looked to break on us and score goals. That did leave them a bit more open. But, at least they're looking to play the game. At least they're looking to try and pose questions. And I love the comments from their bench that you overheard about the players taking it as a learning experience, because it is. They're a young team and they showed heart, never let their heads drop, kept going at us. They naturally tired massively on a heavy pitch against a team that does a lot of strength and conditioning work. But the truth of the matter is that they should be proud of the fact that they kept their heads up, kept working at it, will draw lessons from it. And if they can reach those levels in the Adran North, they'll do well.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, that's the sign of a coach and a coaching team who are thinking about development and beyond just winning today. Takes pressure off their players as well, because we're thinking about what can we learn, what can we take from today, how can we always get better. It's that always learning mentality. And I think we're just looking at Wrexham, their post-match huddle, and I think what was really nice pre-match, assistant manager said to us that there's genuine friendships in there. You can see this team they're very together, bonded really well. Like you said, today could have been tricky, but Wrexham dealt with Llandudno really well.
100% right. The players are in their customary post-match huddle, and they're doing excellent. So just to point out as well, Lizzie Craven, 3 clean sheets in a row, club record. I'm desperately trying to rack my brain now. Has Barker set a club record for most consecutive games scored in all competitions? I need to double check that, but certainly she's on a hell of a run. The ironic thing is, of course, that we've got Mariam Mahmood, who was bewitching and got the hat-trick. Barker and Hughes, despite the fact that Hughes comes on quite late in the second half, both really could and maybe should have had hat-tricks. They both scored 2 and were denied by, some cracking saves by Robinson. A couple of passes to them maybe in front of the goal that wasn't quite right. And a couple of little misses. Oh gosh, we could have had 3 hat-tricks easily here.
And Robinson was Llandudno's player of the match.
Yeah.
Kept the score down to what it was. Like we said, it could have been double. But yeah, Rosie coming on late, like we said, if you're tiring, a fresh Rosie coming on with pace isn't what you want to see. But yeah, I think across all the players, I think probably if you were going to be slightly critical today, I think we could have been a bit more clinical.
Yeah.
I think that, again, we'd be interested to know possession stats, but also shots, opportunity stats, and what percentage we actually converted. But you know, for me, someone like a Barker, early on in the season, was getting in good positions but wasn't scoring. Now she is. Confidence is there. And she's doing it in big moments as well, key games, other games before today. So, yeah, I think there'll be a very pleased camp over there.
Yeah, you're right, Stat. The ruthlessness, the one thing to work on, but having said that, it was a heck of a performance. Oh, 100%, yeah. Because they were magnificent, weren't they?
Yeah.
And, you know, our commitments to working the ball out from the back pays dividends, of course, because a number of moves, you can see that starting point was a player like Bartle, just being calm on the ball and feeding that accurate pass into midfield that starts things off. And then allowing the creative players to shine. I mean, Mahmood with a hat-trick, had an assist as well. Just dazzling on the flanks of footwork and then coming through the middle finishing. And that third one, just dipping the keeper, was brilliant after a fabulous pass out from the back, I think by Bartle. That one challenges the Barker second goal, or was the first goal, which was such a brilliant move. Crisp passing by Wrexham, 2 passes, and the ball's gone from the edge of our area to the back of the net. It was just great to watch.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Mahmood with the match ball there and getting some photos. I wonder if she'll be coming here in front of us to do a post-match interview. But yeah, like I said, I think I'm trying to remember all the goals, to be honest, and which one was the goal of the match. There's some good goals in there across the whole game.
Well, Knox's was good, wasn't it, when she was tripped on the edge, cutting inside.
Yeah, Knox's.
But kept going and drilled it. That was a good finish.
Yeah, that was a really good finish. I think, I think, you know, what was pleasing as well, I think, was that there were some good team goals. Like Knox's was a little bit of brilliance, really, wasn't it? Whereas actually, for me, what was pleasing was there were some really good team goals as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Wrexham did so well and made a potentially challenging match a fairly straightforward one. So now we can head over to hear from the architect of that victory, the manager Jenny Sugarman, after a 9-0 win.